Let's see. Not yet. There we go. I think we're recording. All right, let's make a quick little video kind of explaining some of the things that I've seen about the UI. I think people are saying that it's confusing, but it's not that confusing, guys. It's pretty fair. First thing I want to show you is this is the main menu. If you hit escape, I'm playing on PC. If you're hitting escape, you can see all the items that you're tracking. If you're not tracking any items, I'll show you how you can track items and why you should be tracking items. It's pretty important. I think it's going to be important if you're scavenging and trying to get, you know, the few items for your upgrade, because the salvage material is how you're going to use the salvage materials to upgrade certain nodes, and those nodes are going to allow you to buy stuff like better backpacks, better shields, better shield replenish, better health replenish, etc. But if you click escape from the main menu, you'll be able to see all the tracked items. If you go to settings, you'll be able to change all the settings. There was a gentleman that was having trouble adjusting like the field of view, and I was too at one point, but I think you just hit escape. Basically, you come in and out of the menu. I think it's a little glitched. It might need to be patched. Not a problem, but it is, you can, you know, slide it. I know a lot of people are playing on console, and on console you have to use like a cursor to select everything. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, I know that's kind of scuffed. That's kind of trash, but it just kind of is what it is. It's their design decision. Here, the first thing that you can do is you can go to loadout. Loadout will give you a overview of the shell that you're using. You can customize your shell. You can change, your weapon skins, weapon stickers, weapon what is it called, buddies, shell appearance, your profile. You can change that stuff and customize in loadout. Excuse me. You can also select your shell from loadout. You can see all the stats, all your stats, and this is where you're going to be doing a lot of theory crafting as far as like adding cores and implants that are going to change certain stats. So if you want to be a person that can loot faster, you're going to add cores and implants that affect your loot speed. You want to be a person that self-repairs faster, then same thing. This is where you're going to build your perfect shell for your runs. At loadout, we have, see right here, we have basically a standard sponsor kit. It's the free kit. It comes with basically nothing. You get this precision rifle, you get like 1 stack of heavy rounds, and you get a depleted patch kit and depleted shield charge. Very small upgrades. I know, well, very small replenishes. I'm sure you guys already know that. You do get 1 ammo crate, so you're able to get like another stack of heavy rounds, but that's pretty much it for the sponsor kit. I'll show you where to go to get the sponsor kit. Let's go to the vault. The vault is where you're able to select all the stuff that you want to bring into your runs. So since I have a sponsor kit, I'm not able to add anything from my vault to my run or to my loadout because I'm using this sponsor kit. However, since this is free, I'll go ahead and hold F to dismantle it. Once you dismantle it, you're able to add things to your backpack, to your loadout. Now, don't make this mistake and add guns into your backpack. Don't do this. This is not how you want to go into a run. I basically threw everything into my backpack, and I threw my backpack into my backpack. So this shouldn't even say backpack. This should just say like pocket. And then once you add the backpack to the backpack slot on your back, that's when you'll be able to put stuff inside the actual backpack. Now, in order to put stuff into your hands, you would put it in the weapon slot. So you just drag the weapons into your weapon slot. Now, if I wanted a 2-weapon run, then I could just put both weapons inside the weapon slots. If I wanted a 1-weapon run, I could just I can just add 1 weapon to the weapon slot and leave the other weapon slot missing, basically. And once I pick up a weapon inside the world of Tau Ceti, then I'll have another weapon in my weapon slot. It'll automatically move into that weapon slot. It'll be like your secondary. You can do like 3 gun runs though, so you can add 2 guns into your weapon slot, and if you want a sniper rifle in your backpack, feel free. You can run with the sniper rifle in your backpack, but you'll have to take out you'll have to open your inventory in the game in order to take out that sniper rifle and move it over to the weapon slot, putting another item into your backpack, or you can drop it on the ground if you want, you know, just whatever you want to do. And then that's how you can have a 3-gun run. Now at the beginning of the game, you lose so much, you don't have many shields, so I really recommend just kind of going in with whatever, you know, going in with free stuff. Kill a player with the free stuff, then you're able to take his stuff. Now you just got so much value out of nothing. But for the most part, you just want to make sure you add the backpack to the actual backpack slot. It's going to give you 8 additional slots of inventory, and you add your weapons to the actual weapon slot instead of, you know, inside your backpack, or, you know, just on your person. Here inside the vault also you have different tabs for, you know, what items are what. Basically the first one is weapons, second one is consumables. So you have your shield replenish, you got self revive, you have that's a patch kit, excuse me, then you have your shield charge, and obviously the blue ones are better, the green ones are slightly worse than the blue ones, the purple ones are better than the blue ones, etc. The white items are the worst. But that is some of the regen stuff, and you can read it to see, you know, what item, how much they regen and what they're used for, etc. The third from top, from all inventory filter slot, is gonna have your equipment. There you're gonna have advanced ammo crates, so you're gonna have claymores, your grenades, smoke grenades, you got a bubble shield here. This is all your equipment. That's G on the keyboard. Whenever you're in the world, your equipment, you press G to use the equipment. It could be, you know, grenades, could be claymores, could be what's it called, ammo crates, excuse me, ammo crates, etc. The 5th one is rounds, just your ammo rounds. So the gun is going to show you what rounds are taken inside the gun, what rounds it use. Light rounds for this auto rifle, so if I was to go in with this auto rifle, I would need to bring ammo with me. So you can go ahead and add that to your backpack. And whenever you reload, you don't have to worry about losing magazines. You don't have to worry about, like, let's say, I know in Tarkov, if you have a 30-round mag and you shoot 26 bullets out of that mag, and then you go ahead and reload, you lose like 4 of the bullets, and then you have to re-pick up the mag. It's not that type of game. It's not that deep with it. Basically, once you reload, you'll lose that amount of bullets. You won't lose it. It'll just go into your ammo reserves. And, you know, once you break 80 though, let's say I have let's say I'm playing the game, I'm shooting at people, I shoot 40 rounds. Well, I'll shoot the 40 rounds of light ammo, and then that 40 rounds will free up a backpack slot. You'll see it on the right side of the screen. It'll show, like, you know, inventory. You just reloaded, you just freed up a spot, and now instead of 24 spots taken up, let's say you had 24 items in here, it'd say 23, or it'd say, you know, 20. You just freed up a spot by shooting ammo. So you'll be able to see it on the right side of the screen. And, you know, then there's your different type of ammo: volt cells, volt batteries, heavies, the MIPS rounds, etc. 6 spots is mods. This is weapon mods. Basically, these are gonna go onto the weapons. This is what makes the guns blue, purple, green, white. Is the mods that you have on the guns. So all the guns are the same. There's like, what, 28 weapons in the game. And the way that you get better weapons, you don't really get better weapons, honestly. You get better mods. So you just basically have to attach the mods to the guns and increase the status of the gun. I'll show you what I mean by that. Like, this assault rifle is purple because it has a purple mod on it, basically. if I remove this purple mod from it, you see, hold F while I'm hovering it, that gun became green. So it's not that good anymore. Now I'll go ahead and attach it back. It's now purple gun. And you can see why, if you look at it, the superior chip mod, eyes on fire quickly after the activation of a tactical or trait ability. Eliminating a hostile grants a significant amount of tactical and trait ability energy. So you can use that to, you know, once you kill somebody, you can kind of like stack your tactical ability or your trait ability. This is why theory crafting comes into play. I'll go ahead and put that back. As you can see, when I drag my weapon back into the vault, I have the salvage tab up. Obviously it doesn't go into the salvage tab, but if I go to weapons, that weapon is here. Now the mods are, you can't attach mods to weapons while they're in the vault. So if you wanted to free up some space in your vault, you can just go to a weapon that doesn't have mods. You can just add some mods to it, and I can free up 2 spaces. I freed up two spots in my vault. Add it back. Now I got 2 free spaces. As you can see, I'm using 220 out of 288. If I go back to that weapon and I went ahead and remove that mod, it goes straight back into the vault. You can see it at the bottom of the screen. Straight back into the vault. Now I'm using 222 instead of 220, and that's how you can save some space by just, if you want, you can add mods to the weapons in the vault, put them in the vault. You know, you save space. However, let's say I wanted to move mods around from one weapon to another one, but my vault was like full. I would have to free up vault space before I was able to move those mods. I wouldn't be able to remove the mod if my vault was full. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully I'm explaining that well. You have to have vault space in order to move mods from one weapon to another. I don't think, or at least I'm not able to, let me see. I'm not able to drag and drop that mod from one gun to another. I have to put it in the vault first, and then I can put it onto another weapon. And if that weapon didn't have space for that mod, you really, you know, you can't, it doesn't matter. Like, you would have to free up the space. You got weapon mods, and you have, this is salvage at the top here. I guess it says salvage for everything. But this is implants. Implants, it's your shields. It is your enhanced, well, this is a head implant, this is legs, this is torso, etc. Those are basically your implants. And you would add this to your shell. Oh shit. Guess you can click on it. You would add this to your shell and come back to loadout. And then you can see, you know, how the implants are affecting the shell that you selected. So you can see that I've added plus 25 loot speed, plus 10 agility, plus 20 prime recovery, and of course, if you read those, you can tell exactly what it does for, you know, each individual implant, what it does to your shell. All right. 3 different implants, well, 4 different if you include shields. So you got shields, head, leg, torso. Cores is another way to increase your strength, basically the strength of your shell, and it's another addition to theory crafting. Basically, you're trying to get your shell to perform in the way that you want it to perform. You got this core, which says it requires an assassin shell, so this is going to increase an assassin's ability. I can add this while I'm running triage, who's not an assassin. However, it won't do anything. It's just basically taking up a spot, and you know, if I die and somebody loots it off my body, then I just lose it. So the best thing to do for that is just to store it for now. There are some cores that don't require certain shells. They just have like kind of generic buffs, and they're not like specific to abilities. and you can add those to your shell, and you know that'll increase your strength as well. Then you have actual like legit salvage, just like junk or scrap, but it's scrap that you're gonna need. Here is a good place where you can look at the scrap. It'll tell you the sources of the scrap, like where you should go in order to get it, and it'll also tell you if you're hovering. It'll tell you if you're tracking it. If you press R while you're on here, I'm sure it's a different button on controller. And on console, if you press R, you'll be able to track it, and you can see, you know, where you can get this stuff, if it's important, etc. What it does, etc. But for the most part, you basically want to hover it, press R to track it if you need to track it. I'll show you why you want to track stuff here shortly. At the very bottom of the filters is the sponsor kits. This is like a 4K kit. Basically, it's just slightly better than the free kit. Well, it's a lot better than the free kit. It's 4K, but if you use a sponsor kit, you can only use like what's in the sponsor kit, and you get a random weapon with some enhancements, with some mods. You get 2 random cores, and you get 3 random implants. Also gonna get a shield, and you get, you know, it shows you what you're gonna get basically. But I can't add another weapon to this. I can't be like, okay, well, this looks like an assault rifle, I'm gonna go ahead and add like a shotgun. Can't do that. I can't add a backpack. I can't do anything. Basically, I have to, if I use a sponsor kit, I have to run with that sponsor kit. In order to remove it, you can drag and drop it, or you can control click. I'll just go ahead and drag and drop that off of here. That's the vault. You're probably going to spend most of your time in the vault, so it's good that you understand how the vault works, how to go ahead and loot up for a run. So let's say I was going to do a run. I wanted to take this. I'd take my gun. I'd take probably like some advanced patch kits. That's a pretty good one. That's charge kits. Maybe I'll take cardio kick. Let's see. This is self revive. I could take that. And I'd be like, that's enough for that. Then I could pick my equipment. Let's say I want to be a rat and put claymores down. I'll go ahead and take claymores. Or if I want to be more tactical and I'll have smoke grenades, I can take smoke grenades and put those in here. I can also, pick the stack size. So say I just wanted 1 smoke grenade. I can just take 1 smoke grenade by hovering it, and using AD, you can adjust the stack size. So if I just wanted 2 claymores, I could, it's on 3. I press the A key while I'm hovering it, drag and drop. Now I just took 2 claymores. Go ahead and put those back. Oh, let's go ahead and, for the sake of the video, let's go ahead and put the claymores in there. I need a backpack. There's no filter for backpacks. You just kind of got to know they're under weapons. So I put a backpack that's going to increase your inventory slot. Let's see. I'm gonna need ammo. Let's go ahead and take a couple stacks of ammo. Mods, this is for the gun mods. Let's go ahead and add shields. Go ahead and add implant. I know I'm not really reading to see what the implants are, but this is basically how you would do it. You just add, 1 head, 1 torso, 1 leg, whatever you're risking, you're gonna add it. Then let's say I was playing Vandal or Assassin. Let's say I'm playing Vandal. I'll go ahead and add my 2 cores, 2 Vandal cores. Bada bing, bada boom, I got a loadout, alright? Now it's a 1 weapon loadout. If I wanted a 2 weapon loadout, I have a shotgun. I had to come in, and now I kind of got to get some ammo for my shotgun. So this is where I would go. Now let's say I didn't have any ammo. You can always go to the armory. If you go to Cyber Acme, at the very top, you can barter for the ammo that you need, or you can barter for shield charge or patch kits. Very strong. However, you want to be careful, because some of the stuff that you barter for is probably some stuff that you're going to need for upgrades, and I think you should prioritize your upgrades, because if you upgrade something, if you upgrade your faction nodes, sometimes the stuff that you're bartering for, you can just flat out buy with credits, and you're going to have more credits than you're going to have salvage materials. So it's important to go ahead and focus on getting the salvage materials for upgrades, instead of using the salvage material to trade for consumables or weapons, etc. But here in the army is basically where you're able to buy stuff. I can buy a standard weapon. This assault rifle is going to be the same assault rifle that everybody has. Overrun AR. However, you can also use the attachments that you have in your vault, or buy attachments from wherever in order to upgrade that weapon. Here's where you can buy ammo. You can get all the ammo you need, 200 credits, 1 stack of ammo. Really, what, like two-thirds a stack of ammo, I think. You can also buy shield charges here. You can buy a backpack if you run out of backpacks. You can buy, actually, excuse me, this is not just buying, you're also bartering some salvage material as well. Credits and salvage materials for like a lockbox key. Wherever you get onto the Tau Ceti, the world, wherever you see the red smoke is where there'll be lockboxes. So you can take the key, go to the red smoke, and you can unlock those lockboxes, and you can get whatever you know is inside. Enhanced weapons is basically the same guns, literally the same gun, Overrun AR. It just has maxed out green attachments, so you'll get a slightly better gun, basically slightly better gun. And once you unlock more, once you actually do the upgrades for each faction, you'll be able to buy more and more stuff from the armory, from their specific armory. So Cyber Acme looks like they got, you know, another sponsor kit that we can get. They got deluxe weapons that we can get once we upgrade. New Caloric, they're focused on survivability, so they have let's see, this is shields. You can barter for shields, or you can buy like shield upgrades. You can buy shield consumables, buy implants. Look at that. At some point you'll be able to buy shield implants for 4.5k, and that's purple shields. So if you upgrade these guys enough, you'll be able to get purple shields for 4.5k, and that's not going to be a lot of money here shortly, because my wallet is 100k max, and I'm at 19k right now. My vault value of my vault is 19k, you know, so 20k. The value of my loadout is 6.4k. Let's see, Traxxas, you can barter for guns. You can also barter for a sponsor kit, etc, etc. It looks like a lot of their stuff is attachments, so they're all about getting you kitted up. Mida, you can buy, once you upgrade, of course, implants. So, and you can also get like grenades and gadgets. So they're all about, you know, getting you kitted up, kitted out and kitted up. For Traxxas and Mida, Arachne is all about getting you some attachments and some of the high damage dealing, strong weapons. I mean, you know, depends on excuse me, it depends on what you consider strong. LMGs, railguns, attachments. I have some free attachments that are available right now. I don't really need them though. And Sekiguchi, we don't know 100%, you know, what they're going to be offering. But I'm guessing it's going to be more implants, more cores, more shell specific cores, etc. Alright, most important screen. If you haven't been watching the video, or you've been kind of on autopilot, this is probably the most important part. While you're in the armory, or if you go back, it doesn't matter which way you go, but if you go to factions and you click on factions, you can see the contracts here, but most importantly, you can see the upgrades. This is probably this pretty much is marathon. Like, you're doing these contracts in order to increase your rank. You're increasing your rank in order to gain access to more and more stuff in the game. Let's see, where are we? SIAC right now, they are able to increase the rolls in your vault. So this next upgrade is going to give me 6+ rolls. I think it's 8 columns for each 6 roll. So, you know, that's a big upgrade. It's what, 48 boxes, 48 slots. That's basically how you're going to increase your vault. Then you have like your wallet capacity. Once you upgrade, once I get rank 12, I'll have to spend 7,000 credits, but I'll have an increased wallet capacity of 200k, so plus 200k. That's gonna be massive. What else? I'll be able to buy backpacks. So I run out of backpacks. I don't have a backpack. Man, I need to do a run. I don't have a backpack, but I got credits. Since I've upgraded, you know, SIAC, I'll be able to buy a regular base 16x backpack. I can already buy a regular base 8x backpack. But these upgrades are important. You have to upgrade the rep. You have to increase the rep in order to upgrade the rank, and then once you upgrade the rank, you have to actually purchase the node. The node is going to tell you exactly what you need here at the bottom right. So it'll tell you, in order to upgrade this quick event EXE, explains what it is. I'll need 2.5k and I need unstable gel. Now, since I know I need this unstable gel, I can hover the unstable gel and I can press R to track it. I untracked it there. I press R again, I'm tracking it. Now, whenever I'm in the game and unstable gel is in some random box that's in some random room, I can say, oh, this is something I'm tracking. I can see it from this green eyeball that'll be at the top right of it. I'll show you exactly what it looks like. If I go to vault, I go to salvage, that green eye at the top right of it, I'm tracking that. I need that for upgrades. Bada bing, bada boom. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Once I get, you know, so much, that's how you know, like, what has, you know, value. Now, this might be completely trash once you're, you know, into the game. You've got 300 hours in the game and you've already unlocked that node, the unstable diode or diode or whatever it's called. That's going to be trash to you. But for now, since I need it, you know, I'm tracking it, and that's really, really valuable. That's why it's important to track the items that you need. What else? Contracts. So I know maybe for a lot of people, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but the priority contract or the main contract is disabled. However, you can still upgrade, or you can still increase your rank in SIAC if you just do the regular standard contract. And if you don't like this regular standard contract, you can go ahead and hover it and hold F to re-roll it. Now, I like this contract. It's pretty easy, so I'm going to keep it. But it, you know, you're going to get 90 rep. And once I get 500 out of 500 rep, I'll increase the rank. Once I increase the rank, I can go to upgrades, and the upgrade will be available for purchase. Now, just because I unlock the upgrade doesn't mean that I automatically get it. I still have to purchase it with, you know, the salvage material and the credits. But that's basically what you're doing in the game, is completing that's why you're completing the contracts, to increase the rep, increase the rank, unlock the node, purchase the nodes, and now you have, you know, you're able to purchase things. You get just passive upgrades for your shell. Some of it is just like, you know, more stamina, better movement, better, you know, cooldown reduction for your abilities, and some of it is you're able to buy stuff in the armory. The armory is going to be massive in the game. Let's see, this is just SIAC as well. New caloric, you know, once you get to rank 20 with New Cal, you're able to purchase deluxe shields, so you can get the blue shield instead of the trash green and white shields that we're running around with now. So the game is gonna be different. Like, it's gonna be a slightly different experience once you are able to, you know, consistently run with better loadouts. It's just that, you know, everybody has trash right now. We're all broke. We all have no rep, no rank, no nothing. We're just broke, running around with chickens with our heads cut off, trying to complete these contracts, trying not to die, trying to kill some people and take their stuff. But, you know, that's the basic gist of this UI. Like, it's simple. The codex is like, you don't have to worry about the codex, bro. Like, codex is just, you know, these random stuff. Hey, reach level 40 and unlock, you know, a bag. Grants a deluxe gear loadout. Cool. I get a backpack. Like, in here you're gonna get some emblems. You're gonna get like a weapon style. Like, okay. You get titles here. Okay, like whatever. This is where you would come to get the titles. Let's see. That's career. This is loot. This is world. This is runner. This is faction. And it you know, it shows you what it upgrades. Some of it just has like these this lore terminal style, you know, stuff here. I'm not reading it. It is what it is. The codex, you can come in if you see that, you know, you've unlocked something in the codex, just click on it. You unlocked it. A cool weapon style or a shell style, you get it. Cool. Who cares? I got this shell style from, you know, playing triage. It didn't take very long. It is what it is. One of the things I cannot explain is the rank level, because rank's not out. And silk. I don't know what silk does. I don't know how you're going to be able to spend the silk. I don't know what hopefully silk will be exchangeable for, will work as like an exchange for some of the salvage materials. That way, like when you're on the last little bit of, you really need that one node in order to get purple shields, and you need, you know, some random weird unstable gel or unstable whatever, you can just trade some silk for it, and then, you know, there you go, you can upgrade the node. But I don't know, you know, what silk does, what it's for, no clue. But this is, you know, it's not that complicated. It really isn't. You spend most of your time in the loadout screen, going to the vault, creating, you know, the loadout. If this is too confusing for you, cool. Just take everything, put it all back. Let me see. Control click on everything. Boom, 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 boom. I can just get a sponsor kit. Sponsor kit will give me everything I need. Not really. Nothing. It gives you nothing. Sponsor kit gives you a gun and a couple kits. And, you know, this specific sponsor kit gives you a shield. The free one does not. So, you know, it is what it is. If you're running as Rook, so let's say you're trying to do Rook runs.
Taking control of.
Shut the fuck up. If you're running with Rook, yeah, bro, you have nothing. You get one shield, you get one random gun. For the most of the time, it's a pistol, and if you get the pistol with light ammo, you are screwed, because that is dog shit. You get a patch kit, you get a charge, a depleted shield charge, and you get a backpack. And this is all destroyed. The shield and the backpack is destroyed once you exfile. However, you do get to keep the gun, that, you know, whatever random weapon that's in the kit. You get to keep it, but for the most part, it's gonna be pretty, you know, trash. That's it. I know it's a long video, but you know, I think the contracts, the upgrades, I think that's important for people to understand, you know, how that works, how tracking material works, why you want to track material. It'll make your looting a lot faster. It makes, you know, the game make more sense. That's it. That's kind of the UI explained. Not that complicated. All right. Now the game itself, kind of boring. I won't lie. I'm a little bored of the game. It's a lot of, and this is my first extraction shooter besides like The Division, but it's a lot of it's very fast fights. You know, I'm playing triage, or I'm going in as Rook. If you think you're going in as Rook and you're gonna, you know, team wipe a team, good luck. You know, maybe you're a good player like that. For the most part, you're gonna be playing solos for the extra rep bonus, and you're gonna be playing, you know, Rook to salvage, you know, some extra creds, salvage some of the salvage that you need. Or you're playing trios. Trios is how you should be playing the game, I think, in my opinion, with friends. That is the most fun that you're going to get out of it, in my opinion. But the game is kind of slow. It's very, very slow, and the fights are really, really fast, and yeah, it's kind of sucks losing all your stuff, and that's part of an extraction shooter. I think the game will be better once the fights are, you don't die, you know, immediately. It's not like I saw you first, so you lose immediately. But that's it. I hope that this video kind of explained the UI. As you can see, also before you go, as you can see, contracts aren't available, and that's because it's limited to actual runner shells. So if I go back to triage,
Biosynth Cybernetics Online.
you can see the contract is now available, and you can also see your friends' contracts as well, so you can get on track to where everybody's doing the same contracts, and that'll, you know, kind of help you progress the game together. But that's it. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Later.